Do you understand the power of the value ladder and how each step will help you to increase your profits, but you're still kind of struggling to find out how to use the right funnel strategy for each of these steps? Well, I want to show you exactly which funnel types to use on each value ladder step so that you will be able to profit in the right kind of a way using the strategies in the right combined way. Hey, I'm Danny, and I'm the leader of the World Changerpreneur movement. We're a group of business owners that know how to grow the smart way, and we use our overflowing resources that we can create a lasting impact. And if you want to also grow the smart way, then feel free to reach out to me here on the channel that you're watching this video, or write me on Instagram at Danny Stanzis, or also stay tuned. We're having a great event coming up, and I'll let you know more about that in the near future. So let's dive into this subject. So if you're using the wrong funnel for the wrong funnel on one of these stages, well, then you will definitely see that conversions will be very, very low, because we need to understand at different price points there are different things and objections going on in the mind, and therefore we need to use the right funnel strategy that aligns with that stage and with that price point and what's kind of going on in the psychology of the head on the selling or the sales process. And I will map out and show you exactly why we need to be using different funnels on each of these stages, and that you can be start to use them right away. So let's start on the bottom and on the lower ladder of the value ladder, and this is where we start out with free content. This is where we start out with building up trust, showing our expertise. And with the free stage, we usually have different areas, distribution channels for providing value. It could be a YouTube channel, it could be on social media. So what we usually do here is we have a so-called social media funnel. I'll definitely be talking about that in the near future and diving into that strategy. So we'll definitely have a social media funnel, or also a messenger funnel, or even a messenger bot funnel, where you're able to automate a lot of the process. But all this eventually leads over to a lead funnel, because we gain trust, we get in contact, and then we offer them something of value for free, and they give us their email. So all this goes into all this free content we have over here. It all leads over to this lead funnel. Okay, this is a lead funnel, and with the lead funnel, we usually have them opt in. They give us their email address, and then they get their free video, they get their ebook, whatever you're providing in this stage. And then we're able to follow up with them, send them emails. And then we can kind of send them to the next stage if they see that we have provided great value. If they see that we have fixed maybe their first or next problem, we can go on to the next stage. And this is where we usually are able to present our next offer. And here, how we present it, or how we kind of have the sales happen here in this funnel, is we start out with a sales letter, a long form sales letter, or with a video that's about maybe 5 to 10 minutes. So this is something we have over here, kind of presenting our next offer, usually low ticket, under $200 or $300. And we have also a long form text, and this moves over to order form where they can buy. Sometimes you can even combine it with a sales page. That's too much detail right now, but we definitely are moving from the sales process over to this is where you can order and buy. Also, something we usually do here is that we add in order bumps. So this is like, okay, this is my offer for $50, $60, $90, and you can add something for another like 20 or 30 bucks, something that kind of helps to just bring up the value, and often like also speeds up the process. My other videos, I talk about how to create an irresistible offer, what pieces to put in. You can definitely go check that video or that video series out. I talk more about the strategies behind all that. And then what we usually do is we drip out the offer that we want to present, but we don't have all of it on the first page, but we kind of drip out the pieces. So after they buy, we say, okay, we have this next thing for you, and they can choose to add this or they can leave it, but they kind of go to the next phase and they have the next offer piece that they can take or they can leave. So we are dripping out the offer. So this is the full offer, but they are dripped out over 2-3 pages. Over here, or in this stage, as I said, we can use a sales letter or a video, and that's absolutely fine. We do not need more in this phase. As I said, price point usually around up to everything combined, usually around $300 or $500 with the total value. Now on the next phase, we definitely need to, because it's also a higher price point, we need to have more communication going on. We need to understand all the different objections and things that are going on in their head, and we need to kind of tell them stories and tell them facts and tell them reasons to move forward. And this is not gonna, or a video sales letter or a long form sales letter will not be enough in this stage, but we will need to have some kind of presentation. It could be a webinar, it could be a 4-part video series, but this is definitely us communicating with the prospect, us convincing them, telling them about the value, telling them what it is for, telling them what the results will be, and telling about the transformation that they will go through with this program. So this is all the communication going on here, and after we have communicated the results, the benefits, then we can tell them all the things that are included and tell them exactly what they'll be getting and how much it will cost, and then they can take on the offer. So all the communication happens in the beginning, and then they see the full offer. They can take it or leave it, and then often we can also still add in an order bump also in this stage, but we usually don't have this drip series here, but it's all on one page. They take it and then they go through the program or whatever you offered here. Now in the next phase, we kind of flip sides, and here we present right away what on a page or email, whatever way you're going to be communicating with them. But you present exactly the offer, everything they'll be getting. You tell them how you will be able to help them, how they can join, and here they actually they apply to work with you. So you have all the value, you have everything that they will be getting. They see the offer right away, and then they hop on like schedule a call. So this could be like a scheduler where they choose a date, and then it moves on to the next phase where you will talk to them on a phone, on a cell phone, or whatever. But this is the different way of doing it, because now on the phone, talking to them, we're moving from online to offline, or to a different way of communication. And now on the phone, we will be able to go much more into detail into their situation. We will be able to talk much more about their results and to their goals. This is not possible in these phases. So in this price point, we want to have a much deeper connection and just communicating with them. And this is where we ask them to apply, and then on the phone we have this conversation, and then we can make the sale on the phone. A question I often get is, okay, well, isn't it possible if I only have this offer right now, what can I do? Well, of course you can have your conversations down here, and then also definitely some type of lead funnel, and then move them up here right away. That is definitely possible in the beginning, and we can optimize all that. Absolutely possible. I know a lot of people doing it. I did a lot. I also do it like this often, but definitely on the long run, it definitely makes sense to implement these different stages so that you have people moving up these steps, and therefore you will just having a lot higher conversions, and you will be much more just have higher profits in your business. So these are the different phases and the reasons why we implement it in this kind of a way, how we build our value ladder with the right type of funnel. So lead funnel moving to drip funnel or unboxing funnel, moving up to presentation funnel where we have more conversation going on, and then moving over to a phone funnel, or this could also be an event, by the way. It could also be an event, because also there we have a great way to communicate with them. So this is the funnel map with the value ladder. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions about it, reach out. I'm glad to help. Look at your business, look at your value ladder and funnels, and kind of figure out the right next steps for you. And also, if you have friends and business businesses you know that could profit from this, or gain value from this, feel free to share. And as always, like and subscribe to the channel for the next videos. And until next time, get your business lit. Bye bye.